What really distinguishes Vottun from any other project is that we don't have to promise you any future success of the business. I mean, we already have a product and a community using our Web3 APIs, and we already have customers and very famous brands that have used our service. In conclusion, we already have a solid business that is going around this project. Now, it's time to spread it around our community. Welcome back, Vottuners, to another YouTube video for our community. In today's video, we're gonna be learning much more about the VTN token and how does it capture value, as well as summarizing the light paper in a cool format video. We wanna make sure everyone knows what is about to come and what is the value behind our Vottun ecosystem. Without further ado, let's get to it. Let's start by defining Vottun. Vottun has created an ecosystem that allows Web2 companies and developers to create, interact, and manage their own dApps using our APIs. You don't require any advanced knowledge of blockchain programming for using our APIs and SDKs. Vottun has received over 2.5 million funds from very relevant investors and blockchain network foundations. Maybe you've heard about Binance, Avalanche, Rootstock, LLYC Venture Capital, or Stellar Foundation, as well as appearing in many influential media like Cointelegraph, Forbes, Euronews, and much more. Now, let's talk about the VTN Value Proposition. VTN stands at the core of the Vottun ecosystem, and it is used as a primary currency to interact between a community that connects developers, Web3 service providers, and users. We can say that the VTN token plays a crucial role like the layer of value that is extended along multiple blockchains. So let me explain that. The Vottun ecosystem is built on top of many blockchains. Therefore, VTN holders don't have to worry about which blockchain is going to be the future in Web3, because we're a multi-blockchain platform, and the VTN token will function in any blockchain. Now, let's talk about the brutal economy, the uses of the VTN token inside this ecosystem. First, we find the developers. Developers build dApps using the Vottun APIs. They must log the VTN tokens to receive rewards for the use of their dApps. The higher the stake, the bigger their tier and the rewards. The developers receive this compensation as the form of service fee. Web3 service providers. Web3 service providers must log VTN tokens to be able to offer their services on the Vottun ecosystem. The higher the stake, the greater their tier. And dApp developers will be willing to pay these service providers in order to empower their applications. Thirdly, we find the dApp users. Users will need VTN to make use of their dApps. A large percentage of the fees paid by the users goes to the developers of these dApps. The rest goes to the Vottun treasury, burned to make the VTN token deflationary, and also distributed as yield to the VTN stakers. We will get to that very soon. And lastly, we have our community, our VTN stakers. VTN holders can log VTN to receive staking rewards. Initially, these staking rewards will come from VTN emission, but as more dApps are created in the Vottun ecosystem and more users pay fees for the usage of their dApps, a percentage of those fees will be given to VTN stakers in the form of real yield. Let's dive now into the capture of value of VTN token. Let's make it simple. There is mainly two mechanisms, two of the most effective levers to make an asset sustainable over time. But that's just my point of view. We have the burn and the real yield. As described in the white paper, the revenue generated inside the Vottun ecosystem through transactions is going to be spread as it follows. 70% will be given to the developer's payment. Another 10% will be burned. Another 10% will be given as real yield, and lastly, our remaining 10% will go to the Vottun treasury. Now, what is this about burn? The 10% of revenue generated inside the Vottun ecosystem through transactions is going to be used to purchase new VTN tokens to the market and to destroy them. Technically, we're sending them to a wallet that is going to be burned. Now, what we get by doing that is that we provoke a deflationary asset. as we reduce its total supply. One thing to bear in mind is that this 10% is in fiat, and so as the smaller the market cap the price token is at the beginning, the bigger the capability to buy more tokens and to burn them. In Web3 and the crypto space, if you don't produce deflationary, you don't distinguish it all from what we have in the traditional life. And secondly, let's talk about the real yield. These are staking rewards that are generated from the real income in the Vottun ecosystem, from all the transactions inside our ecosystem. This is a sustainable model linked to the economic activity. However, it must be said that 60% of the allocation of our VTN token will be used to incentivize staking and farming just at the beginning. We've decided that for two main reasons. The first one, to provide a good APR for new users and the ones that already believed on us since the beginning. And the second reason, to offer yield and so gains to our Vottun community while the platform is gaining more attraction. So, in conclusion, in the short term, we generate significant incentives for our users that jump in an early stage. And on the long term, we rely exclusively on the real income generated inside the Vottun ecosystem through transactions. If you want to know more about the light paper, the tokenomics, or find out how the VTN captures value inside our ecosystem, I'll put the light paper down in the description. If you haven't jumped into the Telegram group or Discord, I don't know what you're waiting for. I'll put it right here as well. I hope everyone is aware of what is about to come inside our community. Make sure you follow us and that you are joined in Telegram and Discord to be prepared for the new airdrop VTN that is about to come. See you in the next video.